What is going on, guys? The next type banner will be dropping tomorrow, so we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about whether or not you guys should be summoning on the new tech mono type banner that will be dropping. So as you guys can see, April 12th is tomorrow. It will be dropping, or technically later tonight, as some people say, or early tomorrow, however you guys want to put it. So on the global side, we will be getting the tech type banner now. Currently, we do have the physical type banner. If you guys missed my video on that one, I did talk about this one just a little bit. So if you guys want to know whether you should summon on this one or not, definitely check that video out. Just in short, the answer is no. Probably going to be the same answer as today's video, but we're going to go through everything. So the banner itself, so this is what it was on the global side before. There are a couple differences. So before we had some Vegetas, we had Roshi on here, as well as the Tech Khalifa and the Tech Bola right there. And then there was only a 4 LR pool. That was the last time we saw these on global. But now with the update, we have a 7 LR pool. And then we also have a couple of different SSRs in here. So we have the two 50% support units for tech type. The main reason that these banners came around was back when mono type teams were the main thing. So you were running teams like Super Tech, Extreme STR, like Super In. It was just one Extreme or Super class and then one type. So they are two 50% support units for the tech types, and then the rest of the units are pretty much just filler units. So they changed out the SS3 Gokus. They threw in Kawaii, Piccolo. We also have the Kid Goten, GT Goten, and then we have the Gohan and Piccolo units. So we're going to go over a couple of the better units. Before we do, I'm not going to really go over the LR units. They've all been out for quite a while. And to be honest, none of the LRs on this banner stand out like the physical banner. For the physical banner, we had the LR Janemba, who is still extremely good. He's still one of the best defensive units on the global side. So the LR pool for them was a lot better just because of him. But when it comes to the tech types, really the only units that kind of stand out, I guess, would be Goku, Frieza, and the Tech Broly. But still then, they're not even that great. They are all in need of some sort of buff. They'll get easy A's eventually. So not going to go over the LR pool really because there's nothing special in it. But just keep in mind that if you were to summon, you would have the chance at pulling one of these 7 LRs that are in the pool. So the featured units, not really going to go over the TN and Cell. You guys know, basically they're just support units for the monotype teams, and because of the fact that monotype teams are not really in use right now, they don't really have much viability other than maybe if you're running like Battlefield and you're using Super Tech to beat one of the bosses or something like that. So they're going to be Tech type key +3, and then they get 50% to Super Tech as well. And then I believe Cell is to, he's literally the same thing except he's to Extreme class, if I am correct in saying that. So Tech type key +3, yeah, 50% to Extreme Tech. So this used to be really good because nowadays when we see support, it's either 30 or 40%. But these tech type banners, these monotype banners contain some of the very few 50% supports. So that's the only reason they were good. Basically, in the past, they were very helpful for monotype teams, but now they're just not really that viable. They do lower attack and defense, which is actually a pretty good gimmick in this game if you can have additionals on them. But other than that, not really anything special from these two. So they don't really stand out in the banner here. Unless, you never know, monotype teams could make a comeback in the future. We never know. But for now, it's basically just category teams. So we'll move into the main unit. So first off, let's start off with the Kid Goten, just because he's probably one of the better units that you can pull on this banner. I only say that because of the 200% Majin Vegeta. So if you guys are not aware, Majin Vegeta Gifted Warriors fall under the 200% lead. And the Goten Kid here is a 40% support for the Gifted Warriors category. So he is actually very good on that Majin Vegeta team if you do run him. He does raise attack on Super. He gets 150% to attack and defense, which is very solid. And then he gets an additional 10% to attack and defense with each attack performed up to 50%, which again is pretty solid. He is a support unit, so he's mainly there for support. But because of the fact that he falls under Majin Vegeta's 200% lead, that is what makes him probably the best unit you could grab out of this banner right here. Now, there are some other good characters in here still that we're going to go over. So first off, we have the Gohan and Piccolo here. So they are 130 lead for Bond Master and Disciple, which is not a terrible category. On Super, they're going to raise attack for 1 turn, cause supreme damage, and they have a medium chance to perform a crit, so built-in crits basically. They get 20% to attack and D at the start of the turn, up to 80%. They get an additional 120% to attack and defense, and a great chance of stunning when performing a super, so that's really good as well. They also perform a critical hit when the target enemy is stunned, so they have a guaranteed crit when they're stunned. And then they disable guard when supering, and they give representatives of Universe 7 category allies key +2, attack and defense plus 20%. If there's another Rep Universe 7 category ally attacking in the same turn. So if you're running a Rep 7 team, you guys will have that support boost as well, which is really nice. So now, if I remember correctly, this Gohan was from the World Tournament, I believe, at one point. I don't think he's in the pool anymore, but you guys can see he has been in the World Tournament pool, so he was technically free to play at some point. So being able to summon him on this banner is not the greatest either, because most of us probably have him or have gotten him at some point from the World Tournament. So that's kind of another L for this banner, I'm not going to lie. But we'll move on to the Goten here. This is actually one of the better units on the banner as well. They could GT Goten and Gohan. So they're going to be a 120 lead for GT Heroes, which is a pretty darn good category still. On Super, they raise attack and defense for 1 turn, called supreme damage. Their passive, they get 150% to attack and D when performing a super. They launch an additional that has a medium chance of being a super, and then they're also a 40% support for GT Heroes. So on GT Heroes team, they are actually pretty good, and even without being on the GT Heroes team, the 150 boost as well as the additional attacks actually help their defense a lot, and they are raising attack and defense for a turn on Super. So their defense can be pretty solid for a unit of their caliber. So I would honestly say him and the Goten are probably the best value units you're going to get out of this. Koei is still really good, but she's on Peppy Gals, I believe, and Universal Survival Saga. She's literally on 2 categories. So the usability for her is just not there, but her kit is honestly pretty good. She raises attack for a turn on Super, causes supreme damage, and greatly lowers attack and defense, which is really good. And then her passive, she gets a 140 boost to attack and D, key +2. She gets an additional 40% to attack and defense when supering. She has a high chance of stunning, a medium chance of key +2, medium chance of launching a super, medium chance of evading enemy supers, and attacks. She has attacks effective against all types when supering. If the target enemy is in attack down status or the target enemy's super is sealed. And then she performs a critical hit when performing a super if the target enemy is stunned. So she literally does a little bit of everything, which makes her really good. She's probably very helpful on Peppy Gals, although her link set here, not the greatest. She has TOP, Shattering the Limit. Battlefield Diva has a couple of units in there, but not the greatest links, and then she's literally on 2 categories, so that kind of just kills her right there. So if I were to say the best 2 units would be the Goten and then the Goten Kid. So basically just the 2 Goten units. Piccolo's trash, I'm not gonna lie. Piccolo's gonna need easy A in the future because his unit was just done completely dirty. I feel like every Piccolo unit just gets absolutely trashed for some reason, but I don't know what they're thinking over there. But honestly, the main 2 units would be the 2 Gotens. Gohan, he's solid. I'm not going to say he's a bad unit. He's solid, but I wouldn't consider him one of the best on this banner. And then the 50% support's not really on there, again, because of the fact that mono type teams are pretty limited as of right now. And then the LRs, if you guys are missing some of them, obviously you might want to be you might be tempted to summon on this banner for one of the LRs. I mean, if you're a whale and you're a completionist, maybe you're missing some of these units. I mean, it might be a good time to grab them. I know a lot of people don't have the supports because back in the day, they were really only gotten through blue coins, or if you were able to pull them on the mono type banners. And if you're like me, I never summoned on these banners, I'm not gonna lie. I never thought they were that good. Obviously, the supports were really helpful at the time. I just didn't feel like wasting stones for 2 units that would be helpful. But that's just me. Like I said, if you're a whale, you're missing some units, maybe you're a completionist, maybe you want to grab them, then go ahead. But if you're picky with your stones, you want to get the best value, I would definitely skip this banner. We have Golden Week coming up. We have the 7-year anniversary, which is going to be absolutely huge. You're 100% going to want stones for that. So I would just skip these banners. I will have videos coming out for the rest of the banners on whether or not you should summon on those as well. So on the 16th, we have the Int type banner, the 20th, the STR type banner, and then the 24th, the AGL one. So I will have videos on those, so stay tuned for those. Obviously, every banner is different. The unit pool is different, so... yeah, other than that, guys, that is basically it for the video. Oh, also, you do get a Kai from each multi, which is nice. That's probably the best part about the banner, if I'm not going to lie. Free Kai for every multi, so keep that in mind if you do end up summoning. But yeah, definitely would just pass on these banners. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, definitely go down there, smash that like button. If you're new, you want to stay tuned for more Dokkan content as well. Consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. But other than that, I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.